And it's live! And it's 9 o'clock!
Hooray!
I had all these plans. It was
Huzzah!
going to be so rehearsed and everything. Oh, well, it's working. That's all you need to know. It's working. So, hi, guys. It's Basic Discussion 101, Episode 5. We haven't had one of these in, I want to say, almost a year.
Has it been a year? No.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
No, we did one like when episode 5
Fall?
dropped. So I feel like it's been like more like closer to 5 months, half a year.
Yeah.
That's not true at all.
I mean, Brad and I talked football, so I remember that.
Right.
It might have been
We always talk
August.
football, Blair.
We do.
Maybe
That's
September.
That's our thing.
September, perhaps.
Perhaps.
All right. Perhaps.
When my
Now,
football team had a-
so why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick while I get this link out. I was planning on getting it out before I had to restart my router, but that's a story you guys don't care about. So let's start with Blair. Blair, who the heck are you?
I am Blair Beveridge. I play the Goblin Shaman on Basic Adventuring 101 and a background character, I think, in one episode. I am pleased to be here. Happy to make your acquaintances once again. Brad, tell us about you.
Hi, I am Brad, and I played Tony/Ranger in Basic Adventuring. I also did a few copious behind-the-scenes things, as most of the actors in the show did, and had a wonderful time. Liz, take it away.
I'm Liz Stong. I'm the writer / script supervisor, which means I yell at people to stay on schedule. And I put words on paper, and then people said them, and it was pretty impressive.
That's about right. I'm Kristin. I am the creator / producer / actress of Karen / Echo. There's a lot of like slashes in there. The Slash. That's my superhero name. It has just been decided.
The Slash.
The Slash.
Do you write like fan fiction or what?
Wears like
Yes.
this red
Yes, I
Flash
do.
suit, but is just really slow.
I mean, she's like all these different things. So it's like slash this. Or maybe she slashes prices. I don't know. There's so many things she could do with a superhero name like that.
Are you going to have a villain reverse Slash?
Oh. Or could it? Because it's literally, and then that's just beautiful. Guys, that was like punctuation humor, guys. I mean, I guess it's considered punctuation, right? Yeah. I don't know.
We all.
I'm
look
asking the English major who is like in this thing.
Language is an evolving creature. That who's to say from one day to the next what language is?
All right, so we're going with the dynamic definition of English and language and all of it. All right.
Yes.
So we're actually here to talk about basic adventuring.
What? What?
Yeah.
No one told me this.
Yep.
What is that?
Yeah. So everybody, it has been quite some time since we put out an episode. I wanted to have this opportunity in basic discussion to talk to you about what has happened in the past.
Ever.
Like how many months? Too many. But first, actually, what I wanted to do was ask everybody what they've been up to in the past months. So why don't you guys tell us some of the things you guys have been up to in your real lives, whether that's a project that you're doing, some other creative thing, life milestones. But let's kind of update everybody on how we've grown as human beings.
I guess I'll go ahead and start. I am engaged to an amazing woman, Shana Brenneman, and I'm going to be getting married to her in September. And better news, we just bought a trailer that we're going to move into, or I'm going to move into, and then once we're married in September, she will move in with me. We just procured that here like yesterday, so that'll be fun. And my background will look very different if I ever do this again. So yeah, and I'm also doing right now, I'm going to be teaching how to fight like a Jedi class at a studio up in Minerva, which will be fun.
You need a Toronto branch of that, by the way. Just so I'm saying, you know, because I'd be there.
not that Blair's a
No,
fan of Star Wars or anything.
no, not at all. Not.
No. I'm like, I feel like if we could see like details in the background, it'd be like Star Wars this, Star Wars that.
So.
Oh, he's gonna go get them. That's what's about to happen.
Oh, wait, where's mine? I have mine. Where did I put it? Darn it.
Kristin, you might as well go get yours too. I mean, this seems to be.
We're now a Star Wars show, I think.
Where did I put it?
I don't know.
I just had it. Oh, check on the underside of that. Aha! Aha!
Oh, fancy.
I made this is a custom made one that I got from the Disney store. I just returned from a trip to Disney, and I custom made this one at the Mickey Gear store at Epcot. So there's no other lightsaber handle like this.
So, Brad, I heard that you recently took a trip to Disney. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I did. I took our show choir group that I'm kind of director of, and they went down and performed on the Disney stage there, which was really, really cool. And yeah, had a good time. Show went really well, and the kids had a lot of fun and had a blast just being at Disney. So,
All right, Liz, what have you been up to?
Well, writing. It's one of those things that it's really hard to talk about, like writing. It's like, I have written X number of pages for a project I can't talk about yet. But
Ooh.
I've been working on season 2, hard at work at that. So, you know, that's exciting. We've got big plans.
Yes.
Kristin has already like looked over what I've written once and been like, no, we need to change all of this. So, you know, I feel like we're ahead of schedule there.
didn't that happen in season 1 a lot?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, no, we don't have budget for a cave. We cannot actually film in a cave. I'm like, no, it's important for my artistic vision. So, writing tip, artistic vision is outweighed by the people with the money. So,
Right.
FYI.
Just need a location scout to find a cave.
Yeah.
There we go.
That will let us film in their cave.
That
we
would be
found
the
a
second
cave.
part. Oh, I see.
But they did not want to be affiliated with magic. It was weird. I don't know.
They owned a yeah. I have a tough time wrapping my head around that one. Crazy.
How about you, Blair? What have you been up to?
Well, I'll start with the bad. In December, I tore my Achilles tendon. Yeah, it was completely severed, and I was in a cast for. I was in 2 different casts: a hard cast for a month, and then one of those walking boots for another month and a bit. And I had a scooter for 2 months, which everybody thought was hilarious at work, in particular. They'd hear me come off the elevator, and everyone in the office would start laughing. They thought that was a great old time. And so that pretty much was the first half of my year. And it was, that sucked. But in March, just as I came off the scooter, I went to Vegas, which I'd never been to before. So that was a lot of fun. And I went and saw all the hotels, went to go see Hoover Dam. Red Rock. It was absolutely gorgeous down there. Weather was amazing, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and check off the bucket list. And ate like a king. Can't wait to go back, to be honest. How about you, Kristin? What have you been up to?
Yes, very seamlessly. Gosh, in the last year, mostly it's been dealing with my own business, getting some really cool clients that I've been working with. In case nobody was aware, I own Goblin Productions, and I do marketing for geeky companies and a lot of other LARPs and things like that. So right now I'm working with Epic Armory. I'm their content manager. And I'm also working with a company called Legacy Game Systems, where we're creating augmented reality systems for LARPers. Gosh, what else? I'm working with the folks at New World Magiscola, which is a pretty cool LARP. I'm doing a lot of their Kickstarters and social media. And so, I mean, really, I've been filling my time with productive, money-making, cool projects. Nothing as cool as basic adventuring, of course. Although, speaking of, I did a lot of that too, trying to get this last episode done. Have we gone to Liz yet?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's a great segue then, moving into everything that's happened with VA 101 since the last time we did anything. So the plan originally was that the finale was going to come out in the fall. You probably all remember this. Yes. It was going to be glorious. There was going to be, all very seamless. We were going to do a Kickstarter in the spring, get funding for season 2. It was going to, succeed magically. And then we were going to start filming like now in the summer. And it was all going to be great. Well, that did not happen, in case you were not aware. We had a lot of issues with the final episode because of post-production stuff. So, that's how it was. It was in post-production hell. Our sound engineer person, the sound editor, he quit, but he didn't quit until like 3 months after he kept holding and not saying that he was going to get it done, and then never did. And then he finally quit. Literally sold everything that he owned that was sound related. He was like, I'm never doing sound again. I'm like, okay. So I had to find a new person, which was a whole process.
So he not only quit, he rage quit?
He rage quit.
Oh,
yeah.
Table flip, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, and it I don't think it was related to us. We were kind of a small project. And we were paying him. It wasn't, I don't know. He must have had some really bad experience with the client that just made him give up. He was like, I'm done. I'm never again. Sound sucks. I don't know. So I had to find somebody else, which again was a whole process because apparently people don't know how to do sound editing. So what sound editing actually includes, if you're unaware, is a lot of it is literally just adjusting the levels of audio. So the dialogue, the music, all the background stuff that's already in the video that they're given. A lot of it doesn't sound good. While filming, there's different things happening, different levels will happen, we're in different spots. So the sound will sound different from take to take. And it's very jarring, especially in some areas. And with the music, it can then sometimes be hard to hear audio, dialogue. So the sound person goes in and tweak, and then they'll add in sound effects. They will create, they'll fix mistakes, essentially. So if we had, there were no car horns, but if there had been a car horn in the background, or
aviation.
Yeah.
National Aviation Day.
Yeah, so finding those and we had a few where like maybe the cord wasn't quite secure on the microphone, and so it was jiggling a little bit, and then you can hear it. So it's a lot of work actually to go through, even for this one episode. But I finally found somebody who was willing to take it on. TJ Cooley did a wonderful job figuring everything out. He's a local guy here in Columbus, Ohio, and very thankful that he helped us with that. Yeah, so that was it. That was really the whole reason that it took us this long to get it. There were other things like finishing the special effects, finishing the color correction, but it really came down to the fact that our sound editor rage quit. So, good times.
Good.
Good times, but everybody.
What can you do, guys? This is the world we live in. People
It's
quit.
true. But we
Nothing
can't even talk about it yet because nobody's seen it. The only ones here have seen it are me and Liz.
Yeah, I mean, I know what we did in the filming, but I have no idea what it looks like. So.
Yeah, but filming was like 2 years ago.
It
Right?
was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. Here's the thing: we're gonna get to season 2.
I've lost like 20 pounds since then. Good lord.
You're
Nice!
not gonna need to. You're not gonna need to do makeup soon, bro.
Oh yeah, 'cause we're all gonna age.
About my hair and all that.
Yeah, Brad, have you started
Graying
graying at all?
Yeah,
Sorry.
this is not actually old man hair. It's my literal receding hairline.
Oh, wow. Well, you know, it just adds to the character.
He's method,
Yeah.
guys. He's method.
Mhm.
So they won't like you said, soon they won't have to use makeup. I'll just look older.
Oh God! But the thing is, we will age after you. Like, me and AJ are supposed to be playing like college age people, so we're gonna get to the point where we don't look like that anymore.
I have no idea how old I'm supposed to be.
You are just you. You don't have to be a different age. You get to just be.
I'd just be.
You.
Goblin shamans don't age. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right.
I forgot about that. I forgot.
They're like elves.
Right, they don't age, they just fade away.
Right.
They're like rock stars.
What? Can you imagine if like old people did that?
No.
Like they just like slowly get like the opacity of them just like.
Where's Grandma? Nah, she faded away today.
Today was her 0% day.
Somehow that's worse. Like, somehow.
Like dissipates. Like when someone messes with a timeline and their former self, it gets erased. They just kind of poof. Weird spaces.
I feel bad
All
because like with my hair and my beard graying and all this stuff, if we ever do intend to do more stuff with Young Ranger, it's going to be problematic because now it'll take more makeup to make me look young than it did to make me look old.
We'll just put a helmet on you. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll never show your face. That's Ranger over there.
I have faith in Kat. Kat can do anything.
Yeah, cat is magic.
That could solve all of our problems. If we don't have an actor that can come back, all we do is just put a helmet on the new actor, and we're like, that's so and so. God, I love this idea. It's happening.
Why is this? Why is Chloe wearing? You know, why is Abigail wearing a helmet? She's a druid. Because
She's like twice the size of what she used to. She looks very different. What is she? Blonde hair? I don't.
And we'll just say everybody's Momo to Versia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Every like helmet for everybody.
Yeah.
We can paint faces on the front of the helmets,
right.
and then
So we're
Somehow
kind of
during a quest, all the Foxtails inherit these helmets, and then they all just wear them throughout the rest of the season.
The quest for your helmet. That should be the next season. It's the quest for your inevitable
so wait,
helmet.
does that mean everybody has a helmet except for Karen?
She's got glasses.
So it's just like, and she's just surrounded by helmet heads. And so the audio would have to be like this like everybody would talk to her. It's like this hollow, like,
Hello, Karen.
Yeah, exactly.
It is totally me, not someone else. Promise.
Yes, I am the character from last season. Yeah. You know, guys, we were going to talk about some of what you might see in season 2, but we're already doing it. We just released a giant secret.
You know, well, we were talking about like we're doing something sort of like this with an evil mask. So
Yeah.
I feel like group consensus shows that this is a good idea.
I mean, really, what we should be doing right now is just gathering ideas for what should be in season 2, and we're just like, yeah, this is actually how I DM when I play D&D. My players will say things, and I'll just, yes, that's exactly.
Yep.
They're like, is he crazy? And I'm like, yes, he's Bib the Crazy. Everyone refers to him by Bib the Crazy. This is our session last night.
So when you DM, how would you like to do this is taken quite literally.
Yeah, but really. And it works out pretty great. So I feel like we can put the same sort of method into script writing for web series.
The problem is I'm not going to listen to the actors.
Yeah, well.
What if we do like the Power Rangers thing when those actors left and you use like hair doubles and body doubles that kind of look like them from the back, you know?
Again, we need helmets.
Yeah, just
right.
helmets,
Yeah,
Brad.
right, helmets.
It's just helmets.
Comes back to the helmet.
Yeah. I did ask around to see who is planning on coming back for season 2, because we kind of needed to figure that out in terms of script writing. Again, figuring out story. If somebody can't be there, that makes it kind of complicated. So for the most part, all the Foxdales are a go. They all want to be part of it, so Foxdale should be coming back.
Those damn foxtails.
Yeah, Goblin Shaman, I believe, is on board.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
We'll see if the Goblin Shaman shows up or not. And Elias, I'm not going to tell you whether or not he's alive. He might show up as a zombie. You don't know.
A zombie.
How could you tell? They're both green.
It's true. The zombie one would just have some like, you know, like, you know.
A little bit of shamble in my walk, perhaps. A little more shamble in my walk.
We've never seen the Goblin Shaman walk. How will we know?
Well, now that I've torn my Achilles tendon, my new gait might actually play into the character. I don't walk quite normal yet, mind you.
But yeah, that's great. That's just the way the Goblin Shaman walks is, you know.
Just a dude.
Oh, man.
Trying to walk normal. Trying to walk at all.
Tversia said that she's totes on, although she's currently studying in California. That's crazy. Yeah, the only one I remember we might have some scheduling problems with will be Mo, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. That's right. We don't know. Really, when we're talking about season 2, it's mostly, who knows? So anyway, I wanted to talk about actually episode 7, which is being released tomorrow.
Oh.
Do you guys remember that one?
Yeah, that's the one where Young Ranger actually previewed, and then we all had our dream sequences. And
yeah, dream sequences.
My favorite episode by far.
You just love that
episode 7?
You do.
Schmoop, well, yeah.
Schmoopy-doo! My little umbrella!
I've sat on the porch and literally watching them film that with my hand over my mouth to not try to spoil takes, just killing myself. And both Saker and AJ they did a great job. They really did. Because I don't know how they kept it together. I don't know how any of us did, but I was loving every second of that.
Yeah. So is that your favorite part of episode 7? I want to know what everybody's favorite part is. So apparently, Blair's is the love scene. The love scene between Umbra and Wiyum.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one too. That was a really awkward one to film.
I can imagine so.
I mean, not as much for me as it probably was for AJ and Saker, but they're down on this blanket having a picnic. We've set out some goblets, which have nothing in them. Some, like, I don't know, we might have had a basket or something. And I think all we told them was, like, we want you to be as lovey-dovey and gross as possible.
I nailed
it. And it was. It was as lovey-dovey and gross as possible.
It was pretty. Yeah. They came up with a lot of the nicknames themselves.
I'm interested because Saker came up with Umbrella, but he calls her that in sort of a snarky way in an earlier episode, but then calls her Umbrella at that time, like, lovingly.
He does.
It's a throwback. Yes. Well done. Well, if there's one thing I learned from Saker is that he likes to improvise. When we were filming the stuff that I did in season 3, I think every single take he said something different, like he had an alliteration, and every single take he did a different alliteration, and he had like a list of them that he was hammering out. I think it was rather with Liz or Maddie, and every single time I was like, "What's he gonna say this time?"
Without doesn't miss a beat.
He's a special talent. Saker's really, really good at this.
Great. I love him.
Mm-hmm. That was good. I remember too when we filmed that scene. It was one of the days where we had a smaller crew. Like it was on a weekend, like smack dab in the middle of the schedule, and I think like half of the people had to leave and were like somewhere else. It was I remember it being very strange kind of film day, not having like an entire, all the Foxdales. Like, where is everybody? It's just us.
Pickup day.
Yeah, it kind of was. Brad, what was your favorite part of episode 7?
I enjoyed. Okay, there's 2 favorite parts for me. I enjoyed the one scene where we've all woke up out of our dream sequences and we're all standing there, and Karen's decided this grand battle strategy, and she's giving each person their job. Like William's going to be like the tank, and I'm going to shoot, like cover fire with my arrows, and then Umbra's just like, what do you want me to do? Well, you're just going to do anything you want. And then suddenly she's like, but I want to actively disobey you. And so
yeah.
you tell her to go be your friend. And she's like, okay.
All right.
I just like the group camaraderie there was fun, like how we each took that and ran with it. I enjoyed it. I also enjoyed it because I liked being young Ranger, because I didn't have to get up 1.5 billion hours early to become old. Although you beat my face to crap, so it took another hour or so to make my face like beat to crap.
That's right.
But
you have like all of
these, being a Ranger. I liked like when we were getting ready to film. I got to play around and gashes and stuff with it. 3 and Bruiser has 2s and sort of things. I have that playing around with what fighting style he could have, and I just picked up 2 small swords that Rob and Maria had and just started messing around. And my favorite moment was I was actually doing some of my killing of stuff, and Maddie looks at Rob and goes, "Wait, he can use 2 of them?" And he's like, "Yes."
Yeah, Maddie didn't know. She's like, "Aw."
I have to also say the scene that you did with Tverja was really powerful. I didn't see it when you guys filmed it. I just remember when you came back in and Maddie just took a look at all this. She was like, Tverja absolutely killed it with that scene. And now that I got to watch it back with you guys, like, whoa, I mean, I got to know Diversia the person. I actually didn't see much of her scenes, and she did an incredible job on that scene for sure.
She really did, and I'm sad that we couldn't have her with us on the discussion today because I wanted her to talk about that role, but hopefully we can get her in a future one. She nailed it. I loved it.
Oh, absolutely. It was great to work with her.
Oh, and I wasn't there for this. This was one of the few scenes I wasn't in. But I remember when you guys came back, the frustration that you had with dogs. Like it wasn't just one dog; it was like 3. Yes, it ends up being a blooper at the end.
Yeah,
it was.
You guys are talking about all these like great filming experiences you had for episode 7. Episode 7 was like the one I have flashbacks to, like, because like I had to hold the bounce in like a really weird position for the schmoopy doo scene.
Yeah.
I had to hold the bounce in a weird position for all like the black scene, so I kept getting hit by like people's like swords.
Yep. Especially AJ's.
Yeah. And that scene with Diversia, which in a lot of ways is my favorite scene, like in this episode. But that dog, one, I'm scared of dogs.
Oh, I forgot that.
And so like there's like this huge wet dog that's just like lumbering around. It's a very friendly dog, but I'm just like sitting there like holding it, like, please don't go into our shot, dog. And it's like wet because I've been in like the gross lake behind the gingerbread house.
Mm-hmm.
The lake itself isn't gross. There's just algae because, you know, nature. But so it was like a wet algae covered dog. So like you guys are all like coming back all like serious, and I'm just like, because.
Well, that was what was the interesting thing is me and Divergent, like it's a tough scene and like it's deep, and we were like acting our we'd have a strong take and we'd have to not use it because dog in the background.
Yeah.
One of my favorite takes was with the dog walking through it, and that's the one I used as the blooper.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm gonna use it regardless.
Continuity.
Liz, what did you say? What your favorite is?
I think it's the scene with Diversia. Just it has all the emotional payoff for like it's the end of a character story arc at a LARP. And I feel like a lot of LARPers will recognize like that emotional tenor, and like Diversia just like killed it, and you killed it too, Brad. Just with the it's like a big turning point for a character. So
yeah, I'm excited to be able to address that and go deeper into it in season 2. I'll just keep teasing season 2, even though we're like, I don't know. Dang it.
That'll be. If more stuff with the Diversion comes up, I'm really, really, really interested to see it. That would be really cool.
There's a fun secret that everybody's gonna learn at the end of the finale.
Bum bum bum.
That you all might be interested in. But my favorite part about episode 7 wasn't necessarily like one. I'm gonna pick something that wasn't quite a scene, but the music. Chris Palmer did an amazing job with the music in episode 7. I told him in the instructions like that I wanted each of the dream sequences to be very unique, and I wanted them to be over the top, especially Williams and Tasha's in the library was supposed to be over the top dramatic. And I feel like that when I talk about William, it's usually, and Tasha, it's usually dramatic. Make it dramatic. Make it over the top. And then it usually gets the level I want. And I thought it was just perfect. The way that like you get into the library and it was like, like soap opera level. What's so good. So I that was my favorite part. I'm excited that I'm putting together the soundtrack right now as like one CD kind of thing. And that's also one of my favorite parts in it. So
I think I often find, and please correct me if I'm wrong on this one, in most cases, like Tasha, the character, Tasha and William were always kind of having two different conversations at the same time, if that makes sense, where, you know, he meant one thing and she means something completely else. That was the first time they were both kind of focused on each other with the same sort of subject matter in hand. You failed me sort of idea, addressing, you know, them directly. Because I always figure, like, at least for me as a fan, even before I was on the show, was like William was clearly got that, let me try to protect you, I kind of got a thing for you going on, and Tasha's just kind of like, yeah, whatever, let me do my thing. So that was kind of the first time I think I saw her address some of that, and that was really cool to see. I really enjoyed that.
but it was also Dream Tasha.
It was.
I know that if Saker were in this conversation, he would say his least favorite part of that episode was the slap. I think he was so irate that he got slapped in the face so many times for one take.
He did get slapped a lot, guys.
Maddie really I think Maddie was like getting back at Saker for something.
Right.
She was directing that part. And I think she's like, the more that we slap them, the better. I don't think I got that take. We need another one. Sager, I think I need a little bit more surprise from you. Yeah, because AJ, we had a hard time getting her to do the fake slap. We spent a long time doing, like, Rob and Maria were working with her for a long time trying to do this fake slap. And she tried. I think even in the take, she's trying to do a fake one. But...
Well, we also didn't have a lot of time in the library.
Yeah.
That's right.
We only had about, like, I think 3 hours to film all that.
Yeah. Everything that was in Ravenwood Castle, which was the library, the tavern, and was that it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
that was it.
That was it. I mean, this place was really cool. I would have loved to have more scenes. But yeah, they were like, we've got a tiny window. You got to be in and out. You can't ruin anything. You can't mess with any of our guests. And we're like, okay, cool. You're letting us come in. We don't have to pay anything. And we love you. So we will do whatever you want.
You love Ravenwood. I love Ravenwood so much we're going there on our honeymoon.
There you go.
Cool. They have so many cool like rooms and we had our so last year when we were putting out all of the episodes, we had a Basic Adventuring reunion. Not everybody got to attend, but we did it at Ravenwood and we rented some of the cabins and it was a good time. So Ravenwood is like BA 101 home in a way, as is the gingerbread house, but
gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous place. I was so jealous. I couldn't make it. Too much Canada.
Too much Canada. Too much Canada.
Lucky you did.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll have another one at some point.
I hope so.
We're like family, guys.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
It was such a weird experience, and we may have spoken about this already, so I apologize for the redundancy. We did, 8-9 days of filming, and we were in real tight quarters the whole time. And I think after that, any human kind of needed just a little bit of space, but it took less than a day, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I miss everybody.
I miss my tiny space with no personal boundaries.
Bed that deflates every night, and...
Yeah, I had 4 people in my room. One of the other rooms, we had 8 people.
Yeah, we had a lot
didn't
of guys
the guys have 8 guys in it? Or 8,
yeah.
10?
Yeah.
I don't know how we didn't kill each other.
I don't know. I'm glad you didn't. That would have been helpful for my insurance.
I guess Rob the Enforcer kind of kept us all at bay.
Right.
Wow. I mean, we had some good eggs.
We did.
People helped out.
Well, I felt bad because I'm the guy that had to wake up earlier than most, except for like the one day that I think Blair had to get up early because he had to become Goblin Shaman.
Well, I woke up. I'm like, hey, bro.
I was like waking up earlier than everybody, like interrupting their few precious hours of sleep that they got.
Yeah, because we'd be like, all right, guys, it's 1 a.m. You better go to bed because you got to get up. It's probably early and you're going to die.
Wait, Brad's got to get up at 6? Sorry.
Did Juliana still get up and give you coffee, though?
She was great. She was absolutely great. She got up, got coffee and breakfast and stuff for me and Kat, and she was wonderful.
She is. She's my favorite out of all of you. She gave me coffee, too.
Guys, remember the bread?
The bread. We're going to talk about bread in every discussion video.
Bread.
The bread.
When you have freshly baked bread every morning, you become accustomed to it.
Oh my gosh.
And you then miss
you
it.
go back to regular bread and you're like, this is not the same. What?
Garbage.
What is
Cable
this?
flip. Rage quit.
Rage quit life. I was just gonna rage quit bread, but like that's cool.
It's all done.
It's done.
Too much.
Oh my gosh. So I was gonna take some questions from people who wanted to ask questions. I only got one. So unless anybody else has a question, you can add it in the live chat on the YouTube video page. So if you add one, we'll ask it. But the one I got was actually asking about season 2. So this will be another brainstorm session apparently. The costuming that we're kind of expecting to happen in season 2. Which
I mean, I can speak pretty definitively that Karen is getting new armor that is not chainmail.
yes.
Praise the Lord.
I've already written that scene, so
Thank God. Do I get like a part where like I take off the chainmail and I literally melt it in like a fire?
I mean, we
You should
can
just drop it on somebody and then boom.
I pass on my chainmail to you.
Have some like little mini LARPer that gets crushed over the weight of the chainmail.
Kristin, do you realize how much easier that's going to make filming for you? Because I remember it was a stinking nightmare for you that whole week.
Guys, that chainmail was what, 40 pounds, 35 pounds?
It was 35, yeah.
And she wore it
on your back
all day, every
my
day.
whole body.
Yeah.
That was awful. It was pretty bad.
Even
But you
speaking-
know what? I'm a warrior.
Warrior.
That's what you kept saying.
That. Oh my gosh. That has become like my mantra, my life mantra from this, like, from filming. Brad telling me, you're a warrior. I'm like, I'm a warrior. I go to like the gym and I'm working out and I'm like, this hurts, this sucks. I'm a warrior.
I'm glad that stuck with you because I was trying to keep you encouraged because I knew it was
so appreciated. Yeah, so yeah, Karen will not have that heavy chainmail. I do have light chainmail now, so like, I mean, we could change to mithril, but
now are you going back to the black one that you had in the pilot, or?
Yeah, so the original one that we had in the pilot was borrowed from a LARPer who, it was great. It wasn't heavy. It was like, it probably is like an aluminum base, but like really tiny rings. It's like a ring mesh and gorgeous chainmail shirt. And so the next time around when we did the rest of season 1, I asked if we could borrow it again and she's like, oh, I got rid of it. I was like, so we had to order a new one, but the place that we ordered it from didn't deliver it until after filming was done. So crisis mode, like, oh gosh, she needs armor. Sal, who played one of the goblins and was also one of our caterers, amazing cook, she had this chainmail shirt and like right up front she's like, it's heavy. And I was like, I don't care, I need a chainmail shirt, I'll get it from anywhere. And I live to regret those words. But yeah, I think what's gonna end up happening though with Karen's armor, I have a ton. I LARP a lot. it's weird. I don't know, right? I have a ton of armor that I use for my other characters. I think I'm gonna recycle some of it for her because I know it fits me, and we're gonna tweak some of it so it looks a little more Foxdale-y.
Well, and you're supposed to be a paladin now, aren't you? Because you can spellcast, right?
Yeah, Paladin Echo.
Multi-class.
Word.
Yep. Other costuming, okay, so cool news being for season 2, which this is already something I've talked about with Epic Armory over in Denmark. We're pretty much sponsored for whatever we want. So costuming wise, we're actually going to be getting a lot of it directly from them.
Awesome.
So I don't know if we're able to keep all of it. I think a lot of it's going to be like on loan. But so that means that we're going to have, I want to get new armor for William that's not as heavy because he's wearing like the real stuff. Yeah, like a guy fights in armor and this is what he uses, suit. And the LARPing stuff looks just as good, but weighs less. It's a 19 gauge instead of like a, I think what Saker was wearing might have even been like a 14, 12 to 14 gauge. Like it was heavy.
It's a real
right. And
yeah.
that's a put on. I mean, it was a chore. Rob had to help Saker into that armor every time he had put it on.
I think we'd help him out of it. I mean, he couldn't even. I mean, that was both the chainmail and the plate mail were both super hard and heavy to get on and off people. Like the guys, you have no idea that this was the real deal.
Yeah, it was nuts. So
can we get because those wrap pants? I've been struggling with those ever since the pilot.
Yeah, no, everybody's gonna get kind of like a refresh on their costuming. Like for instance, Saker's gonna get new pants.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He has to wear the pants. Just he had like an enormous tear in the butt and like all down one leg. He has to wear those. So the ones that we fixed with duct tape during filming.
Guys, Saker's pants are destroyed. Like we're not even kidding.
No, I still have them.
You did? I thought we threw them out.
No, they're in a top down in my basement.
We need to like frame those and give them to him for his birthday.
Wow.
I hope he doesn't watch these videos. We're gonna find out if he does. I'd be like, hey Saker, did you check out Basic Discussion? I'd be like, oh yeah, it was great. And then we give him the pants and he'll be surprised. And he'll be like, you weren't watching. You didn't know.
Here's your white duct tape. Enjoy.
So we do have a couple of questions. One from Classy Don. Is that Don Diego?
Yeah.
Thoughts on the state of web content when you started BA 101 and now?
Wow.
Blair and Crispy, you can probably answer that one
Oh, you go first.
more effectively than me.
I think the main difference is the fact that there are so many web series that have happened, and it makes it harder and harder to kind of cut through the crowd. But I think the biggest change is the fact that so much has gone to like live entertainment. There's not a lot of scripted. I say that there's so many web series, but like in terms of like scripted stuff, no. But scripted has always been more expensive to begin with, so I'm not super surprised by it.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head in both regards. This is something that, I mean, for those of you fans of the show, you might know that I used to run a web show where I interviewed these guys before I was a member of the cast, and I love new media. I absolutely love the medium. However, the make for YouTube scripted series it's a dying kind of breed. Content creators are now generally going more to the Amazon, you know, a lot of these large corporations are coming into the space and saying, okay, let me buy your show, let me, you know, distribute your show for you, and then it's a lot better return for the content creators, to be frank. So content creators that are willing to put the money into it are starting to get a lot more of that back. But for people that are kind of in that, you know, low, you know, maybe a step behind that, it's tough. It's really tough in this space. There are a lot of web shows, there's a lot of web content, but for, you know, the sort of thing that we're doing, it's becoming much more difficult. And, you know, the live show, the Twitch I think is the main medium that does that, and that is become what YouTube used to be. I think when you guys started a couple of years ago, or and it's
Back in 2013.
yeah, like 4 years ago. But so I mean, it's kind of sad to me because I really liked it in its infancy when everything was just kind of new and raw, and everyone was being a part of that. But like all things change, and there's a lot more money in web content now, and because of that, the medium evolves. So
Yep. So I guess we'll see what ends up happening in the future in terms of like what we end up doing. I don't know. If anybody has an idea, I'd love to hear it.
any rich uncles? Anybody with a rich uncle?
Yeah. I'll take him. That rich uncle over there. The one with the beard. Oh, man. We have another question from Liam Dale. Any good ideas for a person who wants to start LARPing and become an alchemist?
Ooh. Well, Kristin, you can kind of answer this a bit. You played an alchemist. I sort of play an alchemist. I mean, part of it depends on your game. What rules do they have? What sort of alchemy do you do? If you're looking for like a crafty thing to do during downtime, I pack essential oils and coconut oil, and essentially use like hot water to melt the coconut oil because it melts at room temperature pretty much, and like pour them into like little bottles so it looks like I'm making like alchemy stuff. Bottles are going to be your best prop, either like fake foam ones or the little glass ones you can buy at like Joann's or Hobby Lobby, or
you can get a giant bag of them on like Amazon.
Yeah. And they are surprisingly sturdy. I mean, even plastic breaks. But I've only had one glass one break on me, so plastic ones shatter like crazy though. Just don't go crazy.
Yeah, I mean, typically you're not going to carry a ton of the glass ones into like battle or anything. Especially if you're playing like an alchemist, it's likely that you're going to be somebody who's not like up in the front line anyway.
Yeah.
I collected for my alchemist character. I was very into like the herbology side. So I did a lot of real life, like I'd go out and find flowers and I would dry them and turn them into things and create like potion bottles that had them in there as like ingredients. So the best way though to make it believable and like to add to a game as an alchemist is actually to take real life knowledge, like looking up what do certain essential oils do for the body, for the skin, like for like aromatherapy, and then actually using that knowledge, which is super interesting, at least I think so, as your character. So like you create like your potion using like the coconut oil and essential oils, and you put in the lavender because you're creating a concoction that is going to cause somebody to go to sleep or relax or whatever, because lavender is kind of calming. It's just a fun thing to it's knowledge.
And if you're like not good at remembering things, just go with the Star Trek rule of just say it with enough authority and it will become fact.
So you're like, make it.
I mean, just if you do anything at a LARP with confidence, people will just be like, oh, okay, that is how things are.
Yep. It's improv. It's the rule of improv. It's you say something and the other person's supposed to go, yes, and so next question though, we've got, what is your favorite class to LARP?
Kristin's going to laugh, but healer, actually.
Yep.
Because when you play a healer, one, you're always useful, and two, you just become cranky all the time. Like, your character might start off really nice, but they're just going to be cranky by like the end of that character's lifespan. And it's just a lot of fun to play. It's an interesting dichotomy.
Yeah. I laughed because that was your first character, was the cranky. Well, she was cranky.
No, she was my second. My first character was a fighter.
That's right. Sorry, I forgot about her. Skasha.
Yes.
Anyway, my favorite class to LARP. I don't know. It depends on my mood, honestly. I do sword fighting in real life. And sometimes I just love playing characters that are just straight up fighters, going up in the front line, smacking down people. But then I also play like an alchemist who literally can't fight. So, which is amusing to play those characters and also frustrating sometimes, but it's vice versa. So I don't know. I never play the same class twice, or I try not to. So.
What is the Khajiit when you play, or is that just a cosplay?
Khajiit, my Iris Kismet character, is she was technically a rogue, but I didn't play her like a rogue. You had to pick a class, and nothing really fit her. I wanted her to be an artist who was like a merchant, and there was no like merchant class in the LARP. So rogue fit her best because it was, I don't know, the right armor that I wanted, the right like weapons. But yeah, she's more of a fighter now.
Yeah, I thought she was an alchemist.
She did become an alchemist too. I have 2 alchemist characters.
Oh,
darn it.
Right,
I have like a true alchemist who, like, that's what she does, and then like Iris, who's like, yeah, my dad taught me this alchemy stuff, but I'm really an artist. But
Gotta pay the rent, man.
right, that's right. She hasn't done art, however, since the dramatic falling of a kingdom. I was years ago too. I'm so old.
Oh, please.
So
You're the dad of the player. You remember that?
Yep. C. Randy Gamble wants to know if we're going to be filming in Ohio in the future. That is 100% yes, or pretty darn certain. We all, like, I live in Ohio. Writer lives in Ohio. Director lives in Ohio. Brad lives in Ohio. Like, I mean, a lot of us are Ohio. The only ones who are not are Blair.
AJ?
Oh, Canada.
AJ. Well, AJ used to be, but yeah, AJ moved to New York. And to Version now, yeah, because she was in Indiana, now she's in California. And Mo, and Juliana, and Sal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but other than all those people, practically everybody.
Anyway, yeah, Ohio is gonna be. So, you know, hey, anybody in Ohio, you wanna be part of season 2?
Well,
that's gonna be.
We will also be at Origins.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I should probably mention that. That's a good idea.
Hey,
if you're in Ohio, come to Origins. We're going to be in the film festival. We are being shown at 4 p.m. on the Saturday. I believe that is June 17th. So definitely come check us out there. Actually, a ton of us are going to be there. And DVDs hopefully will be available if you want to buy them in person. No shipping. So let's see. Oh, speaking of Origins, Tyler Jensen. Hey, how you doing? That was a shout out. I played in the LARP with him last year. That was really fun. I was a snarky pilot. We were in a casino. Whose casino? Lando's casino. It was a good time. Yeah, call out sick. Go to Origins, everybody. You have to work. Call sick. It's just Saturday. So if you're working Saturday, that's the day to be there.
I needs to travel to more cons. I do.
It's true. It's true.
Gen Con is one that I really want to get to. Dragon Con is probably the one I want to get to the most beyond San Diego. I know. I want to go so bad.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking about actually other cons and stuff this summer, if you are making your plans, I will be at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm going to be on another panel this year talking about LARP tech. So I'm there for Epic Armory talking about our new weapons, which is pretty cool. I'm also there with Legacy Game Systems talking about our AR system. I just got my hand in everything. What? So make sure if you're going to SDCC, yeah, I said that right, come out and see us. There will be giveaways and things. Gen Con, I'll be at Gen Con as well. I won a free badge last year for my Khajiit costume, so I guess I'm going. It's supposed to be a really cool event. There's a lot of Magiscola stuff happening, so if you've never tried out Magiscola LARP, that's a good place to go to that. We don't have any panels, and we're not in the film festival, but hopefully next year. We were too late to get in this year. And then Dragon Con, Liz, Eric, and I know for sure are going to be there. If I can kidnap Blair, that'd be awesome.
Unfortunately, unless it changes weekends, I won't be able to.
Bummer.
I would love to go. I actually really tried this year. Dawn can attest to this. I crunched a bunch of numbers, but flying to Atlanta is still kind of stupid expensive from here. So
that's silly. Well, just fly to Columbus and then drive down with us. We drive.
Yeah.
Well, that is something I will think about next time.
Yeah, that's what we do every year.
I didn't know how you guys got there. Now I know. All right, yeah.
It's the best car trip. We stop at wherever we stop at the restaurant going down, we stop there going back. I don't know why that's a tradition, but that's one of our traditions.
Because we did it twice, and now it's a thing.
Now it's a thing. So Dragon Con, if you're going to be there, so we'll be there. And I am going to be on a few panels. I don't know when they are, and they're not talking about LARP or anything. They're talking about historical European martial arts stuff. So, but if you want to learn about sword fighting, I will be happy to tell you about it. Okay, so anyway, we're now at 10:02, so I want to wrap up here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, listening, giving us comments and questions. You guys rock. Thank you guys for participating in our grand finale that's releasing on the 8th, which is like in 2 days. If you haven't signed up for our raffle, please, please, please do so. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be giving away one of Ranger's arrows. It's actually the one that ends up getting used against Mirren, which you'll see. There's dirt on it and everything. And the
is that the one that we had to get out of the tree? No.
Oh, probably yes. And they're actually really cool. These ones, the tips were made to resemble the actual our arrows from like the medieval times. I can't tell you specifically when or where, but they're pretty sweet. And then we have one of our prop arrows, which looks pretty awful when you see it up close. So I made it with like a glue gun and a little bit of like feathers, but in the film it looks about right because you just see it for a split second. Movie magic. Yeah, so I'm giving that away tomorrow, and then I'm also giving away a Muriel's robe, which is flippin' sweet. I would be keeping it if it wasn't an extra large. It's too tall for me. So that one is pretty sweet. If you haven't, you've seen a little bit of it in episode 7. You'll see even more on Thursday. But if you want a chance at getting it for free, and there's only one of them, make sure you sign up for the raffle. The raffle you can find on our website, basicadventuring101.com, or you can find it on our Facebook page. It's under the giveaways on the Facebook page. And there's also information in our finale event, so make sure you sign up there because we're always posting things. Anything other than that? I think that's it. So, thanks again, guys. This has been awesome. It's been really nice to be able to talk to people again. And tomorrow's episode 7 and then 8 on the next day. So, okay. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.